Welcome again to Papa Bojo's Kitchen. Today we're going to be making one of my wife's recipes. This is her recipe for KAFTA kebabs. And she's Iraqi, she's Chaldean, and this is a recipe that she uses and several of her relatives use. There are different types of spices that you can use, but this is ours and this is hers, okay? I'm using 1 pound of ground beef, 80-20. You can use 90-10. You can use ground lamb. You can mix ground lamb with ground beef. You can make it whatever you want. Okay, but this is what we use because my wife doesn't like lamb. And so if she can't eat lamb, I can't eat lamb when we're doing stuff like this or she's making it. The other spices that go into this are 3/4 of a teaspoon of salt, 3/4 of a teaspoon of pepper. I've got 1 tablespoon of baharat, which is Arabic 7-spice. If you don't have that, you need to get it because that's a good authentic mixture of spices that give you all the flavors that you need. Very frequently used in Middle Eastern cooking. I've got 1.5 tablespoons of fresh chopped and diced fine parsley. And then this is an ingredient that my wife's relatives, a few of them, have found to use and she's been using religiously. And what this is this is packaged onion soup. And for this we have, it's about, I want to say about 1 tablespoon or so of that, 1 to 1.5 tablespoons of that. So we're going to take this, we're going to mix this all into the beef, and then I'll be back after we're done doing that. I'll put it on the skewer and then we'll get it out on the grill. So now we're just going to simply add all of the spices mixed in here. And we're going to hand mix all of this together. So now that we have the ground beef, to put it on this nice big skewer, I'm going to take about this much and I'm going to squeeze it down. And I can actually make it into 2 pieces, so I'll do that. Squeeze it about this big, and then you're just going to take it and you're going to put it over this and combine it. And you're just going to squeeze it up and down the sword. Like that. You want to make sure you get meat all over so you don't have any parts of the sword showing. Okay, and then when you get it to the size that you want, then what you do is you make purposeful indents like this. You can put your thumb and you make nice indents that make for nice grill type marks. And that's how you make the kufta here. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to make one with a skewer. Pretty simple, same thing. You take some meat and you just take and you squeeze it over the wooden skewer until you have yourself a kebab. And it doesn't stay as easy on these sticks, but you can get it to stick. And then you do the same thing. Once you get it on, then you make yourself some thumb indents. And that gives you a nice kufta kebab. I'll finish this and then we'll take them out to the grill. So we're out here on my deck, got the grill heated up, and what's nice about these swords is you can lay these right here on the grill like this, and you don't need anything to turn them. You just use the handle to turn them, where with the kebabs on a skewer stick, you have to use tongs. So we're going to let this cook. Now we aren't going to touch this until we know the bottom side is fully cooked, because once it's caramelized, then it will naturally release itself from the hot grates. I'm going to cover this as well for a little bit to heat both sides just a little. After about 3-4 minutes covered, we can flip these over and you can see how that's nice and brown. We're going to flip this guy over. You can see how it's caramelizing. And this is a thicker one, and I'm going to actually move it more towards the center. And it too is, I could have left that one on a little bit longer, but what we're going to do is we're going to close the grill again, and we're going to cook it for probably about another 5 minutes or so. Oh, I wish you had smell-o-vision so you could smell all these spices all cooking real good together. Coming along real good. Now you see I've used these skewers to turn these on their side to cook the sides of them as well, and I turned this one also over to get it cooked on its side. We'll cook all the sides, and once we're done cooking this side, they should be done. We'll flip these over again into a new spot on the grill. Flip this guy over right next to it, and flip this one over, and we're almost done. So I've taken the kebab off of the skewers, I've plated them over a piece of pita bread folded over, and I've got some good Arabic turshi, which are Arabic pickles. There's turnips, and there's regular pickles, there's cauliflower, carrots, there's all different types of stuff in there. And so this is a good typical plating of this. And what I'm going to do is the next episode I'm going to do majadra, which is Arabic lentils, and I'm going to plate this with the lentils. So I'm going to do the next episode, which will be episode 34. This is episode 33. I'll take one of these kebabs and plate it with majadra. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed this episode. You can see how easy it is to make good spiced KAFTA kebab, some real good Middle Eastern food, and I hope you give it a try. It's really simple. I want to thank you again for joining me on Papa Bojo's Kitchen. I hope to see you again. Buon appetito, everybody. Take care.